It's going to be a long day. It's 83 kilometres still, 83 nautical miles still to go. Rob started at 4:30 this morning. It's now, what time is it? This one hasn't been adjusted. It's now, I have to work it out, 6:30 in the morning. I took over from him half an hour ago. 9 knots of wind, which some of that we're making ourselves. I've got the engine on. So we're motor sailing and we will be all day. There's really not going to be much wind out here at all, unfortunately. We're sailing to the volcanic island of Satonda, north of Sumbawa in the Flores Sea.
Declan had a little accident, and then he had another little accident, and we decided to keep it. Oh, that is such a good sound, everybody.
Tricky operation.
We've just dropped the pick at Satonda Island. That's 24 hours after I said we were going there. We travelled through the night very, very slowly, so we'd arrive here when the sun came up. Satonda is a volcano. Behind me is a volcano. We've sailed along the coast of the islands here. Volcano, volcano, volcano.
We're in the Ring of Fire.
Right in the middle of the Ring of Fire. New Zealand's part of that ring, I think. Behind me is one of the most significant volcanoes, I believe. It's called Gunung Tambora, and on the 10th of April 1815 it erupted and it killed tens of thousands of Sumbawans. It also created a cloud that spread over the whole of the world. The European summer of 1816 was spoilt by the volcanic ash that stopped the sun getting through, and apparently the crops died, there was disease, lots of people
And
were
Queen
affected.
Victoria took the throne.
No.
A bit later than that?
No, she was later than that, yeah. But apparently Krakatoa was a tenth of the power of this eruption. So there you go, volcanoes.
I'm keen to push on as quickly as we can because I'm a bit anxious about the anchorage here. There seems to be quite a few little coral heads. I'm at the recommended place, very close to it. But if there's coral, we might have to get in and, just remove the chain. Make sure we don't damage stuff when we go. Chanel is taking the helm and we are worried sick. How are we going to make it?
Great job.
Are we going to get there in one piece?
Well, we didn't know it would cost anything to come on the island, but we did bring some money just in case. This was an old resort that's no longer used, but it seems that they still charge you to come for a walk on the island.
Yeah, I just read a piece, saw a piece from a guy talking about earthing. They did some scientific experiments. They couldn't actually measure how quick it was, but the moment you take your shoes off, make direct contact with the earth, there's a whole bunch of electrical things that happen in your body. Apparently electrons, I don't know how it happens, but who does, but they encapsulate the red blood cells and they kind of create, make the red blood cells repel each other and they separate out into the blood and they're effectively thinning your blood, not letting the red blood cells accumulate and clump, thereby minimising heart attacks, minimising strokes, minimising blood clots. So people, take your shoes off, connect with the world beneath you. There's my tip for the day.
Rob's never going to have a heart attack then. He never has any shoes on. Going to have a swim?
Apparently it's saltier, higher salinity, isn't it? Apparently you can float a little higher. Let's go try it.
The ancient crater lake was formed by a volcanic eruption thousands of years ago. It is said that the water did not become saline until the historic 1815 eruption of neighbouring Gunung Tambora, which resulted in a tsunami that flooded the crater. Scientists now find that the water of Satonda Lake is as salty with alkaline levels much higher than regular seawater. You're probably wondering, where is the small or large and perfectly formed Ivan? Well, he was on the 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock in the morning shift last night when we were sailing, and he didn't much feel like getting up joining us here, which is a shame because it is lovely and I think he would have enjoyed it, but them's the breaks.
I'm wondering if Chanel will make it. You know what, when she's been tested, she's come up with the goods. She's always kind of given it a go and kind of got there. And with Declan did with her too, I think she won't give up. Go you, Chanel.
Here they come! Our intrepid explorers. Beautiful?
Yep.
You ever doubted you guys?
I was not ready for that work.
No,
No, we did say, oh, Chanel
I
will
was
be.
tempted to just
I thought you might be.
sit and wait.
We never
you
doubted
did
you,
it.
Chanel.
Never doubt you. Knew you've got it in you.
Yep.
The tree behind me is the Kali Buddha tree. Locals believe it is sacred and has spiritual powers, and that if you make a wish and tie a small offering on the tree, your wish will come true. So we're going to give it a go. The only thing is, the sap of the tree is really poisonous, so you don't want to get any of that on your hands.
Behold, an offering to the spiritual tree.
We're reusing rope that's already here. So we're not adding to the pollution, but we're not actually helping it either.
This had obviously been used in the past, but there was no stone attached to it, so it was no longer.
The magic has gone from it.
It's locked in. Okay. Okay. You okay?
I feel fine.
You feel alright?
The water around the island here is beautiful, and it's absolutely teeming with these tiny little jellyfish. They look like little jelly sweets. This is my hand. Look, they're tiny little things. Hello. And they're everywhere.
Across another ocean, climb another mountain. I could do anything when you're next to me. When you're next to me. Hey. When you're next to me. Hey.
When we were at the top of Banter Island, there was a little group of cairns, little stones to mark the way, and somebody had placed a empty Coke tin. Well, that really gets my goat. It says recycle me, guys. You carried it all the way up there, full. Now it's empty. You're leaving it there. It's much easier to carry. And here, somebody's done exactly the same thing. I'm so annoyed. Somebody carried this up and then lovingly placed it into the bush there. Honestly, this really annoys me. Put it back in your bag. Take it home with you. Okay, hang on. Are you all still here?
Yeah.
It doesn't work.